Hey guys, it's Spooky Boots here, and today I'm at Erie Skate Park. I biked here from my house. It's only like a 4-minute bike ride. I was able to fit all my stuff in my backpack and on my bike. The tripod I had to lay across my handlebars and just kind of make sure it didn't fall off. But I'm here at the park. I don't really have too much of a video idea in mind. I think what I was planning on doing today was just working on some grabs. I am not really one to grab my tricks, and I don't know if it's just because I think grabs feel uncomfortable, or I don't know if I like the way they look or feel. I think I just want to get myself doing a few different grab grinds on the P-rail and just see if it's something I'm interested in pursuing more. Usually, like if I'm doing like a fish, I really like to hang my foot way over the other side of the P-rail. I think it looks cool, it feels really nice, but I'm just gonna try grabbing a few different tricks today and seeing if that's something I'm interested in. Also, now that I film myself more, I want to see how it looks on camera and see if it looks better than what I've been doing. So I think I'm just going to work on the P-rail today. I might do some other stuff too, but grabs is basically going to be the video. I kind of want to do some silly ones, so like grabbing the foot I'm grinding with, or like grabbing behind myself. There's a plane flying overhead right now. So yeah, I kind of want to see if I can do some like silly grabs or like some weird grabs, and then just some normal ones, you know, like your cross grab or whatever. I think that's what I'm gonna work on today, is just knocking out some grab tricks, working on that, kind of progressing with that, and just having fun while no one's here. I did forget my mask at the house. I couldn't find it, and I was just in a hurry to get here. So I think as soon as people start showing up, which I think will probably be in an hour or so, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I just don't want to risk catching anything or spreading anything. So it's fine for right now, but as soon as people start showing up, starts getting a little crowded, I think I'm gonna take off. So I am still on the Kaiser Element 2 frames. They are really nice. I did have a problem with the frame bolts though, so I used the stock frame bolts that comes on the 909. And I think with a plastic frame, that hardware is fine, but as soon as you start putting metal frames on your boot, everything's just so much thinner. The frame walls are thinner, this part's thinner up here, so the bolt has to travel through less metal. So I was having a problem towards the end of the session where I really started to feel my heels hurting. Like it felt like I was standing on a bolt, and it's essentially what I was doing. I'll show a picture of what was going on, but essentially what was happening was the bolt was pushing through the bottom of the boot. It didn't pop through the boot, but it was pushing enough to where it like really felt hard on my heels. I don't have my shock pads on these liners, or at least I didn't. And I also didn't have a footbed in my liner. So it's pretty thin, you know, there's not much between my foot and the bottom of the plastic boot. So what I did was I took some old Shadow hardware. I took the front frame bolt and used it for the front frame bolt in this boot. And then I took the front frame bolt that is on the 909 and I just made it my back frame bolt. And it's been holding up just fine. I only skated it once like that, so we'll see if it holds up to like a park session. And what I did with my liners, so I actually, there's another plane, give me a second. So with the liner, what I did was if you guys remember, I told you I took the footbeds out and I was gonna try to break them in separately, and you know, maybe hopefully that would work. And it really wasn't breaking in the liner any quicker or the footbed any quicker. So what I did was, instead of putting the footbed back into the liner, I put it under the liner. So when you get the 909 or the 908s, there is a thin piece of plastic in there. It doesn't really do much, but what I did was I took the footbed out of the liner, put that in the bottom of the shell under that plastic sheet, and then put the liner back. So that plastic sheet is sandwiched between the liner and the footbed, just to kind of distribute the weight evenly and everything, and it feels a lot better. I also put the heel pad back on these liners, so I got that forward lean a little bit. It's different, but it's not bothering me. It feels similar to my Aeon in terms of the heel raise, and it's actually a much better setup. So now that I have the proper frame bolt links in here, now that I have the footbed back in, I think this is gonna be a really comfortable session. So yeah, I'm gonna get these boots on, I'm gonna hit that P-rail, and I'll let you guys know how it feels. This shit is so annoying to me. It's like, you know, like this is a shared space, so I don't know, at least try to keep it clean for others. It's unfortunate there's not a recycle bin here too. There's just a trash can over there, so I'm gonna pick these up and throw them away, but you know, it's not my junk to begin with, so it's kind of frustrating. Come on guys, like, pick up after yourselves. It's a, you know, it's a nice skate park. We want everyone to enjoy it, so Why can't you just walk like 10 feet over to the trash can and throw your shit away? On second thought, I think I might just leave it because I'm worried about who has touched it before me. So I just don't want to risk anything. So it's unfortunate that the park is dirty. And here's another piece of trash. I hate this shit. Like, if you guys do this, like, don't. I feel like with these metal frames, I end up just scraping the wax off anyways, but it's whatever. This is how I normally do my fishes. Like that. I'm gonna try a couple of those, and then I'm gonna try cross grab. So that's how I normally do fish brains. I'm not the best at those. It's not my strongest trick, but when I do them, that's how I like to do it. I think what I'm gonna do is try a couple of grabs, just like a little crossover grab thing. See how that feels. I like trying to make sure my foot hits the rail at the same time I'm grabbing my other foot. I think it just looks better. I think it looks cleaner. So I'm gonna try it a couple ways like that. So that was like my weird grab. I was kind of sitting down on my fish, putting my hand right on top of the inside of my foot, and then just, extending my leg over the rail. I'm realizing it's not really a fish since I'm hopping on the left side of the rail. So it's like a Machio that turns into a fish. I tried approaching from the opposite side of the rail to make it like really like a fish, and it's just, I'm not good at those. I can't do them. So this guy, a skateboarder, showed up for about, 10 minutes, and then he left. He like maybe hit a few things and then took off. I don't know if he'll be back. Maybe he's just using the restroom or something, but I'm still gonna keep skating because I'm the only one here at the moment. I think once 2 or 3 people start showing up, that's when I'm gonna get out of here. It's a small park. All it is back and forth, so you're always passing someone. But yeah, that was my weird grab. I think the next one I want to do is like a fish, but I grab my opposite foot, or the foot that's not grinding, with both hands. I kind of like the way that looks. It's one of my favorite grabs to do when I'm in the air. And then I want to do one more weird one. I could like grab my sliding foot with this hand and grab my other one with this hand. I don't know. Let's experiment. So I think I'm done with that one. I think the next one I want to do is a combination of what I was trying earlier. So when I was doing the kind of hand plant on my foot here, and then when I was doing the grab here. So I'm basically gonna tie those two together and do something like that. I can barely do it sitting still on top of the rail. So that's what I'm gonna try working on. All right, so there is one more trick I want to get before I go. It's almost 9:30, that's when people start showing up. So I want to get a negative Machio across most of this rail. I want to try to get the whole rail, but it might not happen. But I'm feeling a little more confidence with my negatives in these skates because of the aluminum frames. The frame wall is so much thinner. So I think I can get a negative all the way across, hopefully. So that's gonna be my ending trick for today. I think I can get it. I'm gonna do one more. It wasn't the prettiest, so I kind of want to clean it up. But I think one more and then I'm done. All right, guys, that is the video. I'm really happy about that negative. I'm really happy about that weird cross grab that I did. I'm gonna wrap it up today. Got some little scooter kids showing up. Also, one more thing about these frames is I've noticed it's almost like they get tighter every session, these metal frames. So what I like to do after each session is unscrew them and then tighten them again. It's like not crazy tight, but I just like to unscrew them because they kind of seize up and lock, and then I just return them to tight. So yeah, that's another thing I've noticed about these frames. Nothing too crazy. You just have to remember to do that after every time, or else I think they just get really locked in there and you're gonna twist an Allen key trying to get it out. So, but yeah, that's the video, guys. If you like, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. I'm trying to make videos every week for you guys, so if that's what you're into, stick around, subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys.